You are listening to the Douchebag Show.
You are a douchebag.
I never get it.
Nobody ever gets it. This is exactly why we made the decision that we made to move off of that platform. Well, we still
We still on it a little bit.
we can't
A little bit. Can't hate on them.
hate on it yet until we get to ESPN
Maybe we'll get it eventually.
or Fox. Which network should we be on? I don't want to be on ESPN.
Well, you tripping.
Everybody's on ESPN.
Yeah, that's the point.
Nah. We're going on another sports.
Let's go on ABC.
NBC. NBC.
NBC Sports.
Yeah, they taking over.
Yeah, right. With what?
With football. So,
Come on.
you know, they got that hot song for football.
What?
The Sunday night song.
With the chick
Yeah.
singing all the time? She gets on my nerves. I'm done with her.
You be singing that song all the time.
No, I don't. I
Yes,
don't
you
sing
do.
that song. I did get an email, though, that,
What? Would you just now?
yeah, I got an email saying that we're live.
Oh.
But not the app is just like, fuck you.
What's up, everybody? Those of you who remember us from, what is it, a month ago?
Yeah,
Last time we
It's
went.
probably been about
It's
a month.
been busy for everybody, I guess. We went through some logistical things with the sponsor. You know, they almost shut us down, but we came to a deal.
It's because we too hot.
I get $1 million for the next 3 years.
Man. Where's my cut?
I don't think you're getting anything.
Well, how did you come to that agreement?
No, I mean they signed me to a multi-million-dollar deal.
Right.
So
And then
they said they was working on y'all's. So, I don't know. You gotta go talk to them. Because I'm good.
I want some of
My
yours.
Why you want some of mine?
You don't need all that.
I
Split
do.
it.
I got things I gotta do with my money.
Yeah, okay.
Welcome to the Douchebag Show, guys. We're your hosts tonight. Jeezy on the ones and twos. I'm what we call King Douche, but I'm gonna just go by Dave tonight. I don't feel like being King Douche today. And Measy.
Yo, what's up, y'all?
We here to talk some sports. We've been doing this since last year for all you new YouTube people. This ain't new to us. So if you're trying to hate, get out of here. We gonna block you because we can do that now. We can block people.
Actually, tell them to call in because I would love to hear what they got to
You
say.
gonna call in and hate on us?
Yeah, man.
Oh, all right. 302-408-0604. It's the number to reach the Douchebag Show.
Don't be scared.
Do it. Or we'll call you. How about that? Put y'all numbers in and we gonna call
Gonna
you.
look you up in the white pages.
People don't even know what that is no more. We just showed our age. Get us on Spotify. You can get us on SoundCloud. You can get us on MixLR, obviously. Google Play. What I miss? Yeah, Google Play Music. Follow us on Facebook.
Instagram, Twitter. Are
We
we
got
on
all
Twitter?
those?
Yeah, we got an Instagram.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we put pictures up
What do you
of
put pictures of?
people's feet.
I'm not looking at it. We're supposed to be talking about sports. I mean, I feel like the biggest story right now is this whole Laker Magic Johnson debacle.
Did you see the interview?
I saw the majority of the interview.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm like, my thing is, if you are that upset with management or with, pretty much you are the management, right? Because he's president of basketball operations.
He's the president.
So you really have an issue with Jeannie because that's
really at the end of the day.
That's your only boss at this at this point. So if she's not allowing you to do what you want to do, just go to her. I don't understand why you just gotta be like, all right, well, I'm out.
So before we even get that far into this story, and for those of you, if you're a sports fan, you know, if not anything, a little bit about the story. Magic Johnson was the president for the Lakers for what, 2 years? Something like that?
Yeah, 2 years.
About 2 years. On April 9th of last month, he decided, I quit on the fly.
Like social media quit. It wasn't even.
He
went live on like every sports network and was like, "Yeah, I'm stepping down as basketball president."
Yeah. So, and at first glance is obviously a knee-jerk reaction. People were trying to figure out what was going on in the background that would, trigger this kind of, abrupt ending to his, to his job there. I ask you because I'm thinking in my head as I watched the interview. Did he go into this with the wrong attitude? He clearly said to Jeannie, he says, what did he say? Hold on. He was going to be in and out. That's what he said.
Right. Because of his other businesses.
He's like, I got businesses that I get paid more to do than this.
Yeah.
So I'm going to, I'm going to be in and out. So that means I ain't going to be president this all the time. But I also want all the power to make decisions. And she was like, cool.
And she was like, cool. Right.
So
from our understanding, that's how, yes.
So my thing is, going into that job with that kind of attitude, I feel like is almost the wrong attitude. Like, if you're going to take it serious.
From him.
Yeah. If you're going to take it serious from the door, you probably can't go into it basically like, yeah, I'm going to probably be popping in and out, but I'll make all the tough decisions. So I'm going to, I got all the power. Let's just make sure we got that squared away.
So here's the thing.
All right.
She agreed to that.
Okay.
He told her.
Right.
Like, look, I'm not going to be here. I got other businesses, but I do want full control of basketball operations. Like, I want to be that Pat Riley type of guy who makes all the decisions. I want, a general manager here that I want to pick, not Rob Pelinka.
Right.
I want, my head coach. I'm going to help you get the players that we need to bring a championship and bring LA back to where it needs to be.
Right.
But, I still got other stuff to do. You cool with that?
She said yeah.
And she said yeah. So this going in before you make that decision. Okay, he might be away sometimes. I might not be able to get in contact with him because he's doing business.
Right.
So this going in.
Right.
Why make that decision? Why? I think
on Jeannie's end.
Jeannie's end, because it's like, why would you sit there and you think Magic Johnson is a smile and he's basically Magic Johnson, so he's going to bring players there because of his Magic Johnson,
his pedigree
and the history and all of that.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you want to be a part of that and you're a player, so she thought, I think it's just going to be this easy thing where, look, we got Magic. Come on, we got the money, we got Magic. It's LA. Why
is that a bad attitude to have on her end?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's not that simple.
All right.
There's another LA team
right
out there, with better management,
right,
with more money, and it's the same market. So you have to, and you're not as good as them currently,
obviously.
So you kind of gotta weigh your options as to. I need a real.
Who should I hire?
Right, and Magic has never done this in his life, and I'm not saying he can't.
I agree with you.
But you kind of need some experience when you just coming into that role.
So he got the job based off of him being Magic Johnson and him having businesses and all this different stuff. That's why he got the job.
And his persona. He's the fun guy. He, all the players are going to love him because, it's Magic and he's going to talk to you, in a way that's going to motivate you and not actually getting your ass. Like Pat Riley will dig in your ass like, yo, why y'all not working out? Like, he's that type of president.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't.
And Magic want to be your friend. He gives off. See, we don't know that personally.
Right.
But he would give off that
vibe.
The vibe that I'm gonna try to sugarcoat the message that I want to deliver to you.
Right.
Either you're doing good or you're doing bad.
Right.
I mean, it seems like the whole thing that basically made him quit was the fact that he wanted to fire Luke Walton. He allegedly got the green light and then they pulled back.
Right. And supposedly people were quote unquote backstabbing him. I was like, I think that's kind of a ridiculous term. It's like,
so I guess
they're just talking about you. They not,
in terms of him being in control like he wanted, for them to back out of that idea did show that, all right, well, maybe I'm not in control like I want. Right. So it's almost like he sort of had a little tantrum like, oh, if I'm not running the show like you said I was, I'm out. Which I guess in a sense that's what you agreed on. Right. He has every right to do to exit in that way. Right. Is that the most professional way to exit?
I don't think he did it professionally. I don't think you go, if you have a problem with Jeannie, you walk in the office and you say, Jeannie, I'm quitting, and this is why.
You don't do it.
You don't go on after a playoff game when you know everybody's watching, and they ask you about the game, and you be like, hey guys, just heads up,
FYI,
I'm kind of quitting today.
I'm quitting.
So
what was that question again?
so screw you, Jeannie, and screw you, Rob. You know what I mean? And then now everybody's on the edge of their seats, like, okay, well, why? And he's like, well, I'll talk about it later.
Yeah, well, yeah, and now he want to talk about it, and he's like throwing people on the bus, and it's like, to me, that takes away from a little bit of the credibility that he has as a businessman, because it's like, if I do a deal with you and it goes south for whatever reason,
or just not your way, not even south.
Yeah, it doesn't go the way. You gonna go on some sort of platform and start blasting me? Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, he's not even blasting in the sense of he's not talking down. He's in his world. This is the situation as how it happened. Right. It's how I still don't understand how the word backstab comes into play.
Because they said that Rob Pelinka was talking.
That's not backstabbing.
That's not. That's why I said it's the wrong word to use. It's
not bad. He backstabbed me because he said I'm not in the office a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not. You said that.
Working a lot. When I'm like, well, yeah, that's the truth. A little bit magic, but but apparently there were other things said that he didn't disclose on ESPN First Take, that was being said about him, and how certain people are inside that's close to Jeannie are running the organization, even though they don't have the title to do so.
I personally don't think that you can sit here, and I don't like the narrative. Like, again, we are pseudo sports analysts on the outside of the story, giving our own opinion of this whole thing. Right. I don't like the narrative that that Jeannie is just clouded by everyone's decisions. She's the owner of the organization. She's the owner of this business, right?
Yes.
It's not her job to basically make sure every facet of the organization is being run efficiently. Okay. She's the owner. She hires people. Her job is to hire people to do that. Okay. And your president is the person that usually falls on. Right. You know what I mean?
Right.
President and CEO.
So the question is, why not let him do what he wanted to do then? If that's what you hired him to do, right? Why not allow him to let go of Luke and figure out what kind of coach they actually needed? They wanted to get Ty Lue, right? Which made sense. Because that LeBron and Magic wanted to get Ty Lue. Right, exactly. He has a winning pedigree. Right, he's played on the Lakers.
LeBron's coach.
It's right.
He's LeBron's.
He's coach. LeBron's guy. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I just don't think. I think if you're going to let, like you said, it's not her job to go in and deal with all the minute details.
I don't like the fact that I don't like the fact that they're like, her judgment needs to be. It's clouded by everybody's thoughts that they're trying to. It's like, no, you guys do your job. Like, at the end of the day, like, to me, it just feels like Magic sort of failed, and he don't want to face up to the fact that he failed, in my opinion.
But what did he fail at? If he's not allowed to do anything, what did he technically
He did do stuff.
At? What?
Kuzma's there because of him.
Okay.
Hart's there. LeBron's obviously there.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Brandon
so
Ingram.
those are all success.
Those guys, they're there, but it's like, he said in the interview that it was a 3-year deal. Basically, he was only going to be there for 3 years, and he was supposedly grooming Pelinka to be the president. That was his words.
Really?
That's what he said.
I didn't hear that.
So it's like, in year 2, y'all not making the playoffs.
Right.
And I just feel like, on some levels, he knew that. I'm not saying he knew. this is all speculation. This is from me from the outside looking in. It seemed like he was like, I'm a little bit over my head with this whole thing. I'm not doing the greatest job. And it's as harder than I thought it was going to be. And he all kept saying I wasn't having fun anymore. I wasn't having fun. Nobody really has fun when you lose.
Right.
You got to be able to go past the losing part. And you know, put together a successful formula to win. Now when you're winning, everybody's having a good time.
Right.
Nothing wrong can happen when you're winning.
But the expectation on the Lakers is they want to win now.
Right. I agree.
They got this young core. They just got LeBron. You know what I mean? Like, Magic is there, so it's like, look, there's no reason that we shouldn't be winning. Imagine
if he's still part of upper management right now, and their season ends, losing season. Technically, the blame should go on him as the president.
Well, here's the thing. The only reason, okay, yeah, you didn't make the playoffs. But there's not really a failure yet on his resume. He only had LeBron for 1 year so far.
That's true.
Of the 2 years, right? And then he still has this summer after the finals and after
if he's
the playoffs,
still on the team. We're talking about hypothetically.
If he's still the president, he still has this off season to grab a free agent that could possibly turn the franchise around and win a championship.
Yeah.
So if you look at the only thing he's failed at, quote unquote failed at, is not getting AD in the middle of the season when they were trying to trade every single player on the Lakers other than LeBron. That's the only failure he's had.
And you can't even really consider that a failure. It just the deal didn't go through.
The deal didn't go through. The Pelicans obviously wanted everybody and money and picks and his draws. You know what I mean? And when he said no, I need something, they was like, nah. You know what I mean? Like they pretty much try to lowball him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, you got to give us everything. All your young players, all your picks, money, everything you got.
Right.
And we can get you AD. Which didn't even make sense. Because you wouldn't have anything to play with. You would have LeBron and AD. So
exactly. That whole deal wouldn't even make sense in the first place.
So I don't necessarily think he failed. I do think Jeannie, and I don't know, again, this is from the outside looking in, I think she got the job because her dad passed away.
Obviously, yeah.
And
she was granted the team. She probably wasn't
granted the team, so she probably
wasn't qualified,
to own the team. So that's why I think when they say
Pelinka's been around for a long time,
right? And I think that when they say that her judgment is clouded, it's like, well, you don't really know how to own a team.
Yeah.
You just kind of basing it off what people are telling you. And whoever's got the most seniority and whoever's, the closest to you, you're just kind of like Kurt Rambis.
Yeah.
Come on. Come on. He has no business being in that arena.
Well, he's the advisor now.
Right. How do you advise when you have a losing record? Way below 500 record. Like 32% record. Like, you know what I mean? Like, nah. So it's an interesting story.
Yeah, I feel like I said, I go back to how I feel about her being the owner. There's a portion of this that's not on her because it's her job to put the people in place that's able to run the company like she wants it to be run. Ultimately, it's her decision.
Right.
At the end of the day, it's on her to do the hiring. She hired Magic because she assumed that this guy is Magic Johnson.
Right.
I'd probably hire him too if I was running a basketball organization.
I would hire him on the spot.
You know what I mean? But what happens is it sounds good at the beginning. It's Magic Johnson. Even though he might pop in and out, this is Magic Johnson. It's a no-brainer. So then as the season goes on and as the years go on, dang, man, it really make more sense for him to be here, but he off doing his own thing. So I'm going to start listening to this other person.
Right. Because
this person, I know him longer, probably, and I, the judgment of this person has never failed me or whatever. We don't know. But it just seemed like it was a situation that eventually wasn't going to really work out unless Magic committed more time to doing the job that he said he was going to do.
Right.
At the end of the day.
On her end too, you also have to combine the right personalities for what you're trying to build as an organization. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're trying to build this winning culture that the Lakers are famous for. Like, history, one of the greatest franchises in sports. Period.
Right.
So when you're trying to do that, you have to take everything into consideration, including personalities. Is this person going to get along with this person? Or is me hiring Magic going to affect Rob going to affect my relationship business wise, as far as with Magic and as far as with Luke Walton, and as far as you have to, as the person at the top, you have to consider all that.
Right.
You don't have to deal with all the intricacies of the day to day,
but you still got to consider those things.
You still have to think about it.
That's interesting. You guys listening in, if you guys want to chime in, give us a call, 302-408-0604. Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, I personally, so very high level, stepping back from the situation, looking down, I just feel like a lot of it was blame them. And human beings are like that. We don't like taking the blame. Some people are more honest with themselves, though. And I just feel like with the whole First Take thing, I just thought that wasn't. He seemed like the backstabber, if you think about it.
I don't like the whole going on social media.
He was the backstabber.
Everybody's watching at this time. They had this whole big announcement the night before. Hey, y'all, make sure you tune in.
Yeah.
ESPN First Take. We gonna have Magic. He gonna give us the juice. You know what I mean? And I'm just like,
and everybody tuned in because they knew he was ready. He couldn't wait.
Nah, he was excited when
he couldn't wait to sit there and talk about people from the organization.
As if you weren't there, you know what I mean?
He couldn't wait.
I don't know, man.
He talked about he did say some of the things he did wrong.
Right.
He said some of the things he felt like he did right. But I just think overall, it almost was a waste of a couple of years for the organization, really. More so than him. It's more so for the Lakers.
It's definitely a waste of LeBron's time, because what do you do from here if you're LeBron? Let's say because of all this turmoil, you don't
become friends with Frank Vogel.
You don't get, a Kyrie. You don't get an AD. You don't get Kawhi. You don't get Kevin Durant. Well, it's pretty much a done deal. Kevin Durant is going to New York.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
But which is the worst decision?
Why? Let's just go into the KD thing.
Okay.
Let's go into the KD. First of all, let's back up a little. Well, I'll let you talk. Go ahead. I'll let you talk.
Go ahead. No. Go ahead.
I was going to say, let's back up a little bit.
Yep.
And talk about Golden State Warriors winning without KD.
I'm telling you now, and I say this, people, you have to listen to me when I say this.
Everybody listen to Measy.
Listen to my words when I say this. All right?
Jeezy put a big listen on the joint.
It doesn't diminish Kevin Durant's greatness, but the Golden State Warriors winning without him doesn't diminish his greatness. It does diminish his legacy. Okay,
it diminished his legacy when he joined the
That
Warriors.
is true, but people will forgive that after you start winning a couple, right?
Yeah.
But it's being proven now that they really didn't need you. They still don't need you. They didn't need you to win the first two. They didn't need you to win these two. Like, okay, you were the MVP of the finals the last 2 years. That's fine.
Isn't it kind of funny how? And I've never been a Steph fan. I've never been a Steph fan.
Right.
It is funny how he took a backseat on purpose. To let his man shine.
And you know who else did something like that? Dwayne Wade. When LeBron came there. That's what stars do.
Dwayne had the killer instinct.
He did. So do Steph.
Behind
all that smiling and his light eyes, and everybody think he like this soft dude who don't give a crap. He's all jolly and jumping all over the place all the time. That dude will destroy you.
He got a killer instinct.
Yep.
I've never been a fan.
His brother was on the court. He killed his brother. Killed him.
He didn't kill him.
He killed him. His brother averaged like 6 points a game.
He didn't play.
Yes, he did.
He played like 12 minutes.
No.
Yes, he did.
He proved himself in the series before against Denver. playing, so he got
Seth
more
didn't
tick.
play.
He got way more tick this series, dude. He was playing at least 20 minutes a game.
I don't want to hear 20
He
minutes.
was. It's 48 minutes.
We're going to have to fact check that.
I will fact check it right now. I'm tired.
Fact
of it.
check it. He did not play an average of 20 minutes.
I'm gonna look it up.
It's an average of 12. 12. He put the mic down.
Bet it.
He put the mic down. Average of 12 minutes. 12 minutes. If I'm right, you gotta say I'm right. That's it. But
You gotta just say that. I'm right.
no, but seriously.
Right now.
All right, what's up?
For his career, first of all, for his career, he averaged 14 minutes. All right. So you're wrong.
All right.
All right.
We're talking about the last series.
The
Can
last
we get
series,
that stat?
It was 19-2.
He actually averaged 20 minutes.
19-2.
All right, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? Come on.
He seemed
man.
like he was never on the court, dude.
No, he was all. I mean, they had their second.
He played good
unit.
D.
He does play better D than his brother.
Mm-hmm.
You just can't light it up.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
You know. What do you mean? Yeah, they come from the same bloodline.
That don't mean.
Nah.
I mean, if
I'm the dad, I'd be like, y'all both need to be able to shoot. What's wrong with you?
that's a lot of pressure. Man. I felt bad for him. I felt bad
Why?
because he ain't never gonna be that good.
You never know.
He ain't never.
He did
gonna
hop
be that
around a
good.
couple. I mean, he was in the D League at one point. He was on I think he was on 5 different teams before he got to Portland. And I mean, you know, you just develop differently. That's all. But I think, like I said, we'll get back to KD. I think that them proving that, you know, they can win. They won before him. He got hurt. They're winning without him. They actually play better without KD on the floor.
I've seen it.
It's the motion, the passing.
Draymond
the
is
move.
like another dude.
He had a little epiphany, I guess, because he was saying he was doing more complaining about the refs than actually playing in the last series. So he said this series he was just going to not complain and actually just get back to
That
playing
team's
ball.
a different team when Draymond is
When
playing.
he plays like
that.
When he plays like that and he's aggressive and he's running the offense. It's crazy to think that Draymond Green is running the offense of the Warriors.
What do you have? Like 11 assists last game?
Yeah, he's been averaging a triple-double the last 2 games. It's crazy.
So I was watching, since we're still, let's not move from the whole KD thing yet.
He's going to New York. That's what I think he's going to New York with Kyrie. That's the plan. That's like,
how we all know if Kyrie's going to end up in New York anyway?
well, I mean, it's a big market. He wants out of Boston. There is pretty much, from what we've been hearing, there's of the talks and everything, it's pretty much guaranteed up to like 85%. There are 85 people in his close circles and everything are, giving little hints, I guess, or whatever, that it's pretty much a done deal for New York City.
So we agree that they don't need KD.
No. Why?
They sweat.
I'm not.
Portland.
KD makes them unstoppable. Okay, like having him as an option there. Like nobody's not going to take KD on their team as an option.
Yeah.
But if let's just say they don't have that option, they can still win. They're still better than any team on the East Coast. They're still going to beat those teams. They're still going to beat Toronto, and they're still going to beat Milwaukee. Milwaukee might be a struggle, but they're still going to beat them.
We're talking about Milwaukee being a struggle because they rebound well, they defend well,
And the length, dude. Like
And
the
they're
average wingspan of their starting 5 is like 6'9" or something like that. And that's including not Drew Bledsoe. That's including Bledsoe.
Yeah.
6'9" is their wingspan. So that defense is crazy, let alone with rebounding.
Yeah. It's
You
going
know
to be
what I
tough,
mean?
but, teams who don't miss, it's hard to beat them.
Yeah.
I mean, that's at the end of the
They
day.
miss. They just have a volume of shots. They just take a lot of shots.
That you can't beat them.
I think going to New York is the wrong move though for any star at this point. That has been as dysfunctional as the Lakers have been. They have nothing on New York Knicks.
With them being as bad as they
owner
are.
is a jackass. He's terrible at what he does. He's been terrible. at what he does. So unless he sells the team within this year, which I doubt, it's going to be obviously the superstars are going to get what they want money wise.
Yeah, but what do you expect people to do? Like, that's an opportunity for a couple of superstars to go there and change the atmosphere. You know what I mean? So you think they're not going to take that opportunity?
Well, no. I think they are going to take the opportunity for money, but that doesn't there's no winning mentality there.
Well, until the guys get there. So let's say hypothetically that KD goes and Kyrie goes.
Right.
Now you're going to have people follow them there because they want to win.
Well, you can't have too many people follow them because you got to pay these two.
Well, yeah, I get that.
So, what coach do they have?
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean? Who's the GM? Like, nobody.
You got to trust the process.
Dolan trust the process.
You got to trust the process.
Man.
Everybody has a process.
No.
You can't win. Like, everybody wants to win now.
Right.
It's not going to happen. They'll probably win more than 17 games.
I would hope.
You know what I mean?
I would hope so. Yeah.
But it's not going to be overnight. So they get a core group of talent. Then you expand out. It's like, all right, we got the players. Obviously, the players are what gets us where we want to be.
Right.
Then we're gonna get somebody who can, corral the players, who can motivate them, who knows how to put them in certain space on the floor, and put them in a winning situation. It's all a build. You got to build a system around it.
We'll see.
So I don't want to sit here and say that the Knicks are just just desolate.
Knicks fans
area.
Knicks fans know that they're desolate, man. Knicks fans even know that. All right. We'll see. Like I said, how many years have the Knicks been terrible?
They've been terrible.
You know what I mean?
Allen Houston was the last time that they were actually.
Houston, John Starks.
Well, technically that's not true.
Patrick Ewing.
That's not true.
Anthony Mason. You know what I mean? Besides that, who else? When were the Knicks good?
They've been good. They were good a little bit when
Jordan was there.
No.
When Mike was there. Who else? When else? They had those battles with the Bulls, but when else were they relevant?
You don't like the whole
Melo and
JR
and
all that?
No. They didn't do anything.
Old school. Coming in with a message from XLR.
What are you talking about? What you talking about, old school?
What's up, old school? Max contracts may prevent them, but they do have the cash in New York. That's what he said.
All right. And I agree with that. The cash would be fine. But again, you getting paid to do what?
To win.
Well, you're not going to win there, man.
You're going to win there.
No, with just KD and
if we paint
Kyrie.
this guy as the best player in basketball right
Who
now.
Who painted that picture?
Kyrie, everybody, or not Kyrie. If we talking about
Durant.
KD. We paint this guy as the best player in basketball, which I think is with an asterisk next to it.
Yes.
I don't think he's the best player in basketball.
No. He's probably
top
the best,
5.
He's probably the best scorer.
Yeah. I wouldn't say best player, but you got this top scorer in the league.
All right.
You got a point guard who is, for the most part, unstoppable.
Okay.
You can't really stop him.
Right.
So you at least got that going for you. You got to build around it.
Mm-hmm.
It might take 3 years.
You got rid of Porzingis.
To make room for this exact thing.
Okay.
They did that on purpose.
You didn't get Zion.
That was an accident.
Look, that's what I'm saying. You did all this tanking on purpose. You know what I mean?
Just to get the number one guy, and it still didn't happen. That's all.
So on the side of you've just been a terrible franchise. You have no luck whatsoever. You know what I mean?
So
and you don't have hard workers. It's just I don't know.
All right.
Man.
So all right. Let's say we scratch the Knicks go. You still got the Nets, the Clippers, and the Lakers.
Okay.
And obviously Golden State.
Right.
He ain't. We all think we pretty much know he's not staying in Golden State.
Why is that?
Because they don't really need him there, and they don't want him there.
And it's not his team.
They don't really want him there.
It's not his team.
You know?
They want him. Don't give me no. That's the wrong thing to say. I think any team wants KD. They want him, but that's true that they don't need him. So
I don't think. I think they're in a take him or leave him type of situation in Golden State. I think if he was to stay, they'd be like, cool, you can play with us. And if he left, they'd be like, cool, have a good time at the next team you go to. Because y'all not going to beat us.
They would have to make a decision, though. All right. So if you look at, like, cap and all that stuff, they would have to make a decision. So
if he stayed.
If he stayed, Clay couldn't get a max deal, which means Clay could possibly roll. Mm-hmm. Do you break up the best shooting backcourt ever?
Right.
Ever.
For KD.
For KD.
I say no.
Hell no. I mean, don't get me wrong.
But that doesn't mean that doesn't
mean
not a
bad option to have.
It doesn't mean that Clay won't end up leaving anyway.
Well, if he don't get a max deal, I don't know. I just think he's a little sensitive to the point where if he's not a priority like that, you know what I mean? If he doesn't see that they're focused on him being a priority, I think he would roll. I think he would consider joining the Lakers.
So that's Golden State's narrative. Then you have the Nets, who have they were a very quick team to turn around their woes in New York. So the Knicks could also follow that same footprint, but he could possibly go to the Nets, which is not likely, but that is a landing spot for him. Okay. And they have good young talent.
Okay.
Then you got the Clippers, who, they've dealt Tobias to make room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The Clippers, they have a lot of potential.
Yeah. They got 2 first rounders for Tobias.
Right.
If they were able to entice KD to come there,
that's all.
You got Shamet, you got Alexander.
Right.
So
they still got what's the boy name? The guy that played Crazy D. I hate. What's his name?
Oh, Patrick Beverly.
Patrick Beverly. I can't stand him. And
but Patrick Beverly lock you up.
He do lock you up. And they would have Jerry West as the basketball operations manager, who is a great basketball operations manager and a general manager.
Yep.
And then they would still have Doc as the head coach, which he's proven what he does works. You know what I mean?
Right. And then you have the Lakers, which is a mess.
Yeah.
So that's all. If he ended up there, that would just only be LeBron. That would be LeBron making that deal happen.
Right. And that would be LeBron taking over the franchise and saying, I'm just going to win this my way. You know what I mean? Like, I don't forget what y'all doing up in management. I'm just going to do what I got to do to win.
Yeah. So I would. To me, Lakers is off the table. Knicks, I think, would be that starting from scratch. You want to go somewhere and win, you go to the Clippers.
And that would obviously be your team.
Or you stay with your team that you're with. You stay with your team or you go to the Clippers. You basically stay in California. If you want to win, if KD, you want to win, KD?
I don't think he's turning down that money.
Stay in California.
See, but he's already won. So what's the actual goal? He's already got 2 rings, right? So it's like, I don't need championships.
What is his goal right now? What do you think?
You got to set yourself up for later on in life. And why not get $300 million and a sneaker deal in one of the biggest markets in the world?
Do you think you don't think he wants, like, I did this is my team, I took my own team? You don't think he want that? He don't care about that?
I don't think he honestly cares, man. I think he's just kind of like, I won. You heard his expression. Y'all know who I am. Like, it's like that type of attitude. It's like, I'm KD. I'm one of the best basketball players ever, right? I got the rings now. I got the scoring titles. I got all this stuff.
Let me ask you this about KD. Was he in the right place at the right time?
As far as
he's anointed as being basically, because LeBron's in his twilight years at this point.
Okay.
LeBron was the quote unquote best basketball player all time in the league for the last 4 or 5 years, something like that. Probably longer.
I was gonna say longer than that, but go ahead.
So now KD has that title. Was he in the right place at the right time? He came up with a very great OKC team, and then went to a championship team.
Right.
So now he's got this attitude where I'm the best. I'm the best in the NBA. And it's like, did you really earn being the best in the NBA? We know you can score the basket.
Right.
If you 6'10" and you can shoot like that, you're ridiculous.
Right.
Like, come on.
Right.
So that makes it easy.
See, I mean, that's hard for me to answer that question because I don't think he's the best player. I
agree with you. Who's the best player? And we say this. We probably talk about this once a week.
Who's the best player in the NBA? If I'm going to... See, that's hard now because I've been seeing what Kawhi has done. And I honestly,
you got to make a strong case for Kawhi.
Right this
now.
second, I would take Kawhi.
You got to make a crazy strong case for Kawhi.
It's
on both sides of the ball.
It's not on both sides of the ball.
Both
dude.
sides. It
He
ain't
can-
just I'm a scorer and
he will lock you up.
Yeah.
He just locked up the Greek Freak, who is ridiculous, by the way.
He
He had what 12 points? 12. This guy averages like 30. Or no, I think he averages 27 or something like that. But he averages like 27, 13, and 7 or something.
I am in no way, shape, or form sitting here saying that it would be easy to stop Giannis. But it would I would imagine that a lot of film on him just says stay in front of him.
You can't
just front him.
You can't do that.
You can.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can, dude. Just don't let him get that. He gets so deep into the paint.
Right, because he's 6'11" and his.
Just don't let him dribble that far into the paint.
What are you supposed to do?
Stop him from dribbling into the paint. Keep him outside of the paint.
Dude.
At all costs. And you know what's hard about Milwaukee is everybody else can shoot.
Everybody around him. So you can't double.
Yeah, you
right?
can't double.
So you have to play D.
Yeah.
All right. Now this guy, this guy has put on, literally, and it's not an exaggeration. Okay, he's put on 56 pounds of muscle since
It's not that much.
Yeah, right. Are you kidding me?
I put on 100 pounds of muscle,
and you would look ridiculous. All right. 50-something pounds of muscle since he's been in the league. He's 6'11". His wingspan is like 7'3" or something like that. To say that you're just going to stay in front of him and not let him go to the basket.
Easy.
And it's not easy. You're talking so much trash right now. It's not easy to do that, man.
It's easy.
It's never that easy.
I can lock him up.
Go ahead.
I can lock him up.
Yeah.
You know
How
what
much
I'm
you want to
saying?
bet? We got it, Giannis.
Where you at?
Yeah.
I will lock
Come
you
to
up.
Wilmington, Delaware, man.
On Silverside.
On Silverside.
The course where you could just put your arm over top of the hoop and just drop the ball in.
I don't think people will realize how hard it is.
So
to
what do you
stop
think
somebody like
that Kawhi did to stop him from being in true form?
Well, I think it's easy to force Giannis to do something he doesn't want to do.
Like
right
not
now.
getting
like
in the paint.
shoot. Like you can force him to shoot by just backing up off of him. And I understand that concept on Giannis' side because it's like, okay, I'm still an NBA player. I'm still going to take the shot because you being disrespectful. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to make some of them.
Right.
But you don't, if they're backing up off you, if I'm Giannis and I see you backing up off me and I know I'm not that great of a jump shooter right now, that just gives me more room to go to the basket at this point. Because you're only going to back up but so much before I'm at the basket. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So you keep backing up. I'm just not going to shoot it. I'm going to run it down your throat every time. You can't stop me. You're not tall enough. You're not big enough. You're not going to double team.
You can't double team.
It's layups all day long. And then you got to hit your free throws. He's a terrible free throw shooter, and he's a terrible shooter. That's it. Other than that, he plays D. He can go to the basket. He rebounds.
He played D. He can rebound, and he can score at a very high percentage around the bucket. But if you keep him near the elbow, is all I'm saying. I'm not saying you keep him around the elbow,
right,
around the key, and try to make, like you said, make him take a shot from back there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
you'll live with it if he makes it.
I've watched a good amount of his game towards the tail end of the season, and it just seems like every team lets him dribble at least 2-3 feet into the paint. At that point, all he gotta do is jump.
Right, and it's over.
You know what I mean? Beat me off the dribble.
Yeah.
Beat me off the dribble. That's all I'm saying. Stay in front of him, beat me off the dribble. Force him to beat you off the dribble. So that at least at that point there's a second layer. Don't try to defend him once he gets that deep into the paint.
It's impossible.
It's over at that point.
You're gonna foul him or or he's gonna dunk on you.
You know what I mean? It's over.
Yeah. So what do you think as far as this series goes? What do you think? Who do you think's going to come out? First of all, this answer that. We'll talk about the Raptors in a second. Who do you think's going to come out?
No, Milwaukee will come out.
Milwaukee will
They
win.
gonna. If it wasn't for Kawhi being Kawhi, it would be 3-0 right
Yeah,
now.
it would be over.
It'd be over.
It'd be done.
So
Because they literally have no offense.
they got nothing.
They I don't even see them running plays. They just kind of be like, all right,
Yeah,
go ahead,
So
Kawhi.
he'll dry.
We'll get the rebound.
He get the dry erase board and he just writes Kawhi on there. All right, guys, everybody,
All right.
everybody, huddle up. K. Yep, this is it. This is it right here.
This is the play.
All right, break. Cool.
That's crazy, man. I don't know. I don't like.
Then he used to be yelling on the sideline, "Run the play!
I
Run the play!"
never liked the Raptors, man. I never liked Kyle Lowry. I never
Talk about somebody who don't show up.
Dear God,
in the
man,
playoffs.
this dude is just it's like he gets cold feet, man, when the playoffs start and it's game time and it's really like on the line. Like it's time to show y'all why we're the top 1 or 2 seed in the East.
Yeah,
It's like nah, I'm gonna just chill
I'm gonna just do what I gotta do.
back here. I may hit a couple shots
He
here.
don't. And you've seen him show up. Some games he'll show up.
Right.
Some games he'll score 25. Some games that's it.
And the crazy thing is, it's still not enough. They still struggle with, scoring and with keeping up with teams. And I don't understand what teams they beat up on during the regular season to get their seeding. You know what I mean?
Well, it's just different in the regular season. So, for example, Portland split the series with Golden State regular season,
and got their ass whooped
and now they got swept,
badly.
and it didn't even matter. Like, they pushed Golden State to the limit, but they got swept still. It didn't matter. Their best, they brought their best.
Right.
At least 3 of the 4 games,
And
it still was not enough.
Yeah.
So, what do you do in that sense? What do you do in that situation? You're not getting past them.
No, nobody in the West.
LeBron ain't getting past them.
No.
You're gonna have to put a hit out. That's the only way.
Why does it have to resort to this?
Hits.
A hit out.
On certain
the
players.
entire squad.
On the starting 5.
Yeah.
The-
Make them get on a plane and take it down.
That's
it.
the only way y'all getting past them. And I don't even like talking like that. I don't like anointing people as the
Right.
best. But it's just like,
They are.
they're the best.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do. There's
I
not
think,
one thing you can do.
I mean, going back to the Raptors, I don't know, man. You don't know something funny? I think that the Raptors' problem is Drake. All right? He got to stop.
He's not on the court.
He got to stop sitting on the sidelines talking shit to people. All right, like
Why
you're
they
not.
give him a job?
You're not playing. You can't play. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's just like, just stop. Your team never wins. Never. So just let it go. It's okay. Wait until y'all win, then talk trash. But until then, leave it alone, man. He's on there talking trash to Drake. Not to Drake. He's talking trash to Giannis. Oh, you can't do this. You can't guard him. You can't do this. Drake, just stop. Stick to whatever it is that you're doing. Singing.
Old school was like, yeah.
You know what I'm saying, old school? You know what I'm saying? Every time the Raptors score, they show Drake. Why?
He owns the team.
I don't care.
He's part of
They don't
the
show-
executive branch of the team.
Yep.
Somehow.
And they never show the executive branch of any other team. Stop showing this guy. He doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things.
I'm from Toronto. That's why.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares, man. I mean, we digressed from the whole KD being the best, where he's going to go, where he's going to land. I think the Clippers, to me, is the best move, but he'll likely go to the Knicks, and so will Kyrie.
Yeah.
And it is what it is.
It's better money opportunity, man.
They'll make the playoffs.
I'm sure.
They might win a chip.
Because it's the
Never know.
East.
Yeah.
But they're still not going to win anything because Giannis is taking over apparently now. So
Now it's going to be even harder on that side because
Right.
you got Giannis on that side
right,
and the whole Golden State team. on the other
Golden
side.
State, and you got the Rockets still, who I just kind of feel bad for them.
Yeah.
They run into Golden State all the time, and it's just sorry,
They have players that don't show up on that team.
like James Harden.
There's a whole James Harden show. He does what he can.
He does what he can.
He
I'm
does
not.
what he
That's
can.
that is the most ridiculous statement you've ever said.
He does what he can.
Does what he can.
When is Chris Paul going to do something? When is he going to do something?
I need you not to be so mad at Chris Paul.
When is he going to do something on that team?
He has to do a little bit.
He got to do something.
Yeah. He doesn't.
That's why I don't want to hear this stuff about James Harden.
Well, no. Don't get it twisted. James Harden in the playoffs, we know his reputation. We know it.
He played. If he's the only option, it's almost a Kawhi situation in Houston right now. You know what I mean?
Houston is there. You know what it is.
Old school said retire.
Chris
Paul.
You know what it is though? It's D'Antoni.
All right.
His system never wins.
It has never won.
It doesn't work.
It's never won.
It has zero chance of winning, dude. So just, you might need another coach.
Yeah.
You might need another style of play. Because, y'all can score 140-something points in the regular season. It's crazy.
It looks amazing.
Oh, my goodness. He scored 50 points for like 9 games in a row. Oh, my gosh. It's crazy. MVP. And now, all of a sudden, you kicked out in the second round.
Again.
And you know what I mean? Like, I don't care nothing about that. This is the time that these are the MVPs right here. These teams right here. This guy Kawhi, Giannis, Steph. Why is Steph not in this conversation of MVP?
He gets no
recognition whatsoever.
No kind of respect. He gets no love.
Like, without Steph, who's been averaging 36 apparently, like, they don't win.
He averaged 35 4 straight games. They say that's an NBA record.
Yes.
And for the playoffs.
Yeah. And it's the first time any of the teammates, him and Draymond, had a triple-double in the same game in the playoffs. They just breaking every record you could possibly think of. Just say Warriors. When it comes to record books, just put Warriors.
So let's talk about the Warriors and making history before we talk about Warriors-Bucks finals. All right? So, Bucks making history. First team ever. 5 conference championships. First team ever. Only team to do that is Golden State.
Because Mike retired after 3, right? Because they would have done it.
Mike.
The Bulls. They did 3 in a row.
Oh, no. I'm talking about conference championships.
Yeah.
3 in a row. Yeah. And then he retired.
And then he retired and then came back. Right. So, yeah.
So they would have done that.
Right.
Yeah. What else? What do I have down here? If they win a chip, they'll be in the company of the Lakers from 52 to 54. The Bulls, like you just mentioned.
Right.
And then the Lakers again from 2000 to 2000 and
the Shaq era.
Yeah.
Shaq and Kobe era, right.
So they'll be in that same company with those guys. So are they one of the best teams ever?
Yeah.
Ever in the NBA?
Yeah.
Like better than some of these teams I just mentioned type of best team?
So, yes.
Because you really can only match them up against Lakers and Bulls. If you think about it. Well, technically the Celtics is
you can put them up against the Celtics, but I think that was a different time and era. Well, they were all different times and era. Let me get that straight. But I think they would literally outshoot the Boston Celtics of that time. The Bulls
can if the Golden State Warriors that we know, and when I say today, I would add it KD probably.
Okay.
I would add them. I wouldn't add Boogie.
Okay.
But we talking about Golden State with KD.
All right.
Can that team outscore any of the past teams that we would anoint as the best top 5 teams ever in the NBA? Can they outscore Bulls, the Mike Bulls? Can they outscore them? Can they outscore Magic's Lakers? Can they outscore Birds Celtics?
Yes.
So that would.
I'm going to give a definitive yes. They can outscore them. It would be tougher because
the rules are different.
Because the defense.
Right.
Like
you
Mike would lock down Steph or Clay, right? Scotty would lock down Steph or Clay or Draymond or whoever the power forward is at the time, and KD. I'm not saying he would lock down KD.
Here's the X factor as far as locking these guys down, though. When you don't really have a range and you can shoot from anywhere on the court, it's hard to lock somebody down like that.
True.
When you can pull up from anywhere on the court,
right?
That's tough.
But
because now you have to play. You have to play. You have to play like defense as soon as they cross half court.
Right. But think of the versatility of let's say the Bulls, right? You got Ron Harper as the point guard. You got Mike.
Right.
You got Scotty. You got Horace Grant. All who can move. I'm not even going to mention the center. All right, we're not going to talk about it. All those guys can actually move and play defense ridiculously. Like Mike was Defensive Player of the Year. Scotty, Defensive Player of the Year. You know what I mean? Rodman at the time, Defensive Player of the Year and could rebound. So you take Rodman and Draymond. Who wins that battle?
I'd probably give it to Rodman.
Right.
Probably
just because
Rodman.
of rebounding and annoyance and all that stuff, right? Then you got Mike and who? Clay?
Yeah,
that's no question, right? Scotty and KD, they probably I would probably give the edge just to KD.
I can't believe I'm defending the Warriors. But we can't take nothing away from them being professional basketball players.
Well, yeah,
they'll find a way to score on these guys.
I agree, but it will be harder.
It's not gonna be a sweep,
right?
Yeah,
it would go 7 games.
it would go
and
7
depending
games.
who got home court, you know what I mean. It's a lot of things that go into it, I think. But I will say that they are one of the greatest teams ever, and it's not just because a player went there.
Is because
of free agency. They built that team.
They did.
They built that squad. Mark Jackson don't get enough credit.
At the very essence of basketball, you have to be able to put the ball in the hoop.
Right.
That's all you really need to do.
Right. And stop them from.
And they do that the best of anybody
that
in
I've
the
ever
last
seen.
5 years.
Think about who's in your mind. Who is the greatest shooter before Steph? Before Steph came into the picture, who was the greatest shooter you've ever seen?
Probably Ray Allen.
Ray Allen.
Yeah.
That's a good pick.
Yeah.
And Steph,
he blows him out of the water.
Yes. and I would argue that Clay would surpass Ray Allen as far as shooting.
Probably.
Catch and shoot.
Right.
You know what I mean? So to have that as an option, the best shooter you've ever seen ever, and then right next to him is a guy who's, probably the second best shooter ever. And then you add Draymond, you add Iggy, you add Sean Livingston. You know what I mean? Like, these guys are not scrubs.
They started in other places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just like, Sean Livingston, he plays D. Iggy obviously plays D. Draymond plays D. Steph actually plays D. He's not very good, but he rebounds. He boxes out. He's
a great rebounder.
He's a great rebounder to be a point guard.
Yeah.
So it's hard to. It's always hard with these comparisons. As far as generations. But
so who's gonna win? Golden State versus Milwaukee? Because let's not
kid ourselves. Golden State.
How many games
is going to win?
4-2.
6 games. So it's 4-2. Milwaukee will win at home.
Milwaukee will go into a slump where they can't score,
right.
And that's what doesn't happen to Golden State.
Well,
and in the third quarter, it's over.
Yes, I was going to say, because for some reason, when the Warriors are down like 15 to 17 points, they're like, this is exactly where we want to be.
This.
We love it like that. Okay, now we can play ball
and make 10 threes.
And they're going to outscore you. They're going to outscore you like 29-7 for some reason. That's just how it works with them.
They need to lock them in the hotel. It's the only way.
They need to kidnap.
Go lock them in the hotel.
We're going to resort to kidnapping.
No, not kidnap. Just somehow they can't get out of their hotel room.
Right.
Game time.
They'll
they
figure
can't get
out
out.
a way, dude.
Can't get out the hotel.
They on the 34th floor.
They'll forfeit.
Right.
They'll forfeit.
They'll wait.
And then
they'll just wait.
The Bucks have to do that at least twice. Figure out a way to lock them in the hotel.
We'll
figure out a way that their plane can't get off the ground.
The Bucks need to worry about winning tonight's game. That's what they need to do.
They'll be fine.
Because Kawhi is hurt. So there's no reason you shouldn't go after him or go at him. And it's his knee. So his mobility.
If the Jordan comparisons are true with Kawhi, then
that's BS.
Then he'll score 62 points tonight.
That comparison is BS. I'm not ready to compare Mike and Kawhi. I'm sorry. I don't care if they got the same size hands. I don't care if Kawhi plays D and he has this.
They went to the same school.
Don't matter. Kawhi, first of all,
they
no.
didn't go to the same school.
Mike was just a whole nother level. Sorry.
Shaq was a whole other level.
Well, for his position, yeah. He still couldn't shoot free throws, though. Bum. Straight bum.
Straight jacking it. We want to thank everybody for listening. This is the first edition of the Douchebag Show on YouTube. So we want to thank all you guys for listening to us live. Hope we made some new fans. You can always leave us a message at our phone number, Douchebag Show, 302-408-0604. Send us a text message. Leave us a voicemail. Tell us how much you love us and how much you want us on your show coming up in the future. Listen to our replays on Spotify, Google Play, SoundCloud, MixLR.
Apple don't like us, man.
Apple didn't get back to us.
They don't like us.
What's the name? Didn't get back to us either.
Ooh.
iHeartRadio.
They don't like us either. They like y'all stupid. It's our name, I'm telling you. They hate it.
We changed it to hashtag DBS.
Nah, we not
They're
changing it
we
no
not
more.
stupid.
We not changing it no more.
We
All right?
done.
Douchebag Show.
If they ever come at us, hey Apple, if y'all ever come at us, no, we ain't coming on y'all platform.
What if they offer like a lot though?
Yeah, no,
We
not taking it.
billion.
Not taking it.
Shit. You on your own, man.
Don't forget about our sponsor, Win Apparel. Shop.spreadshirt.com/win-apparel. Go out and get your gear. Everybody, will talk to you guys shortly. See you on the next show.
Holla.